Hello, everyone. This is Pedro Romero reporting on the LCS Login 2022 tournament. I have here with me Kold, the assistant coach of Team Liquid, who just dispatched FlyQuest 2-0 to advance to the semifinals of the tournament. Kold, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. Um, First of all, congratulations on the win over FlyQuest, and I'd like to know your initial reactions after that best of three series.
I think we had the games under control for from start to finish, and we expected us to be able to play in a to beat FlyQuest. So no big surprises. Our prep aligned pretty much with what they were doing. That's it. I mean, maybe a little bit surprised by the Anayasu on game two. We thought that maybe they would just to throw in something that is like just press R and win. But yeah, overall satisfied. Bradley had his debut today in the LCS, and showed that he was doing exactly what we wanted him to do in the game, and performing. So that's for me, that's always a treat to see, like when new players come in to play in the LCS, and that they grab it, they grab the chance and show that they're good enough. So I was that is today's match against FlyQuest.
I'm taking a firm look at how the series played out. I mean, you've already mentioned that Yasuo pick. Um, for Takui, that was the first time he actually ever played the pick or played the champion in competitive setting. And so, what was the reaction amongst the team? You said like you weren't really put off, and so what was the vibe of the team in reaction to that pick in the second game of the series?
Uh, I mean, when the Diana on one pick was locked, we were expecting it to nation that is played right now. So no real, like, we're just talking about like how we want to respond to it, how we want to play against it, and so too crazy of a reaction to the pick. I didn't think they would play it, because I think when I starting off him, it for me he's like more of a mage player. So and not really a Yasuo player. So a little bit surprised practice. So we know how to deal with it.
Right, and another thing that you mentioned was the integration of Bradley in for Whipple. So I'd like to know, like, how was it for the switch to be made? Like, was this something that you guys already like envisioned on making, considering that you guys were in the quarterfinals, or was it like did it just happen on the whim?
Um, Most of the decision has been done by Andre, the head coach. So I've been chiming in on it a little bit. I think in reality, we to show a game of Hans and Core to be able to play together, and this was kind of the only way that could happen. And we felt comfortable enough for us to do it in this match, and still be able to win out. So it just aligned perfectly. That also both Core and Hans really want to show and play together and show like what they can do as a duo. So I think that's where it came.
There's plenty of expectations, or also plenty of hype, considering the combination of Hans Sama and Core JJ after finally watching them play together in a competitive setting after so long. Do you think that the hype was worth the wait, or is it like still in a work in progress?
I wish I could answer this question from a fan's perspective. I get to see them in practice, and I get to work with them. So I see what they can bring to the game. And I have seen it for a while now, because we have been practicing with the two of them. So I think it's probably more exciting for the fans. I know there has been a lot of hype around lane, because both of them are exceptionally good at their role, and I think that when we will get to play with the full lineup, you will see how good these two fit together, because they bring different things to the game. Hans is very, very aware of what he wants to do within the lane, and Core is exceptional at transferring the pressure to the rest of the map. So the combination of the two really balances out well, and I think if we can, one thing is getting them to play together, and then when they get time to play together, we will see a bot lane that should and just be the best bot lane in the league. So expectations are there, and I think they have the qualities to go that far.
Right, right. And with heavy expectations, that's the sort of expectations that Team Liquid will shoulder for the rest of the lock-in and also into the LCS spring split. And so I'd like to take a different direction from the team and to yourself. Of course, you are coming off let's just say like a pretty hectic summer split. I mean, the team experiences considerable coaching staff changes, numerous swaps within their lineup, and so taking that into right now, you've took a step back from the interim head coaching position into the assistant role, which was such that you were in before all of that stuff went down, and so how's it been for you to move back into your usual role?
How has that been? Like generally speaking, something I wanted to do myself. So I'm really happy being in the assistant coach role. I think something that I really, really enjoy was relationship with the guys and the players, and like being there to support them both in and out of game. And like I have more space to do that within the assistant coach role. And also, I last year was my first real year within coach, and I remember saying this in several interviews before, but I really believe in experience as like if you have experienced a lot of things within coaching, you can then dive into more specifically like what is your vision for how the organization and team should be? What is your vision for how the game should be played? What is your vision for um, and like your own way of coaching? And I think within 1 year of doing that, I feel like that's not good enough head coach position. Could I fulfill it? Probably, but I care a lot about the quality of it, and I didn't really the quality of my the qualities that I would bring as head coach are not defined well enough yet. So I also have opportunity another year where I can develop my own ideas for how things should be run, and like so uh, overall I'm really happy to be with another year in TL, and it's just such a joy to be working with that have a lot of experience, especially the players are just exceptional. And how we use the excellence of the players will determine how far we can go, and how well we come together as a group. And that is uh, first step within a team is to have the skill, and the skill is definitely there. So now it's about us as a staff and player come and be even better than the individual skill we have.
Within the coaching staff, you are paired back again with Guilhoto, a coach who was your coach back in the days of Origin a few years ago, and so I mean it's a pretty different scenario to for you guys to be reunited once again. I mean back then you were the starting jungler, and now you're actually an assistant coach, and so you're talking about to hear you talk about like giving your own vision into how you would like the team to play your own brand of League of Legends. How has that meshed with Guilhoto's vision?
In the game, I think we have a very similar vision for how we want the game to be played. Players to get on the same page, and then we introduce some structures to the game, especially around how we what kind of actions we have around objectives. Our philosophy in mid game is similar. So overall, we have aligned, and there's a lot of room for the players within the structure to look for things within the game where they play and win the game. So and I, as a former player, I really like that because the game is, even if you follow like the right play, maybe it's not the right play because of X and Y and so forth. So it's sure that all the players believe that within the structure they can perform and they align on within the structure. So that I think overall it has been great working with Andre again. He's a funny guy. We have a lot of banter internally, and I try to push him a bit, and he pushes me. So it's all good. But maybe in a month or two, I'll be like, oh shit, I'm already tired of Andre. But so far so good.
So far, so good indeed. And yeah, with that sort of combination, we're going to be expecting a lot of good things out of Team Liquid. Hopefully in the semifinals and beyond, and also in the spring split. Cole, thank you so much for taking the time for doing this interview. We seem to have run out of time. Is there do you have any final words to share?
Um, Hmm. I mean, my pleasure to chat with you. Always down to uh, the team and League of Legends in general. We spent so much time within this game and this field, so not being able probably seems a little foolish. But else, yeah, just stay tuned to TL. I think we have the pieces this year to go very. So it's about us making sure we get the most out of every day, and that will determine how far we will go. So if it about TL, then I don't know what excites you within League of Legends. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, perfect. That has been Cold, the assistant coach for Team Liquid. I've been Pedro Romero. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.